Going on to you Geminis out there. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Temperance, and you have the Ten of Wands. So these three cards right here for you very much so speaks to how so okay so a lot of you Geminis right now are really doing something on the low that's very important, but a lot of you are not actually making it so publicized, right? This is something that a lot of you Geminis probably actually want to keep a secret, or you'll just tell it. Very few. The Nine of Pentacles represents the success. So health, finances, potentially even trying to get to know someone brand new. There's definitely a sense of you Geminis learning how to keep that between yourself, the other person, and maybe a few people that you may have told. Maybe, maybe you may have told people, because the Nine of Pentacles just represents success, but the Temperance and the Ten of Wands represents like being wise about success, being wise about the decisions that you make, right? Understanding the steps that you're taking, thinking like royalty, like basically on chess. Like in chess, a lot of times people will say that the queen is the most powerful piece. The queen is the second most powerful piece. The most powerful piece is the king. This is the reason why when the king is captured, the game ends, because the king is the most powerful piece, right? But the reason why the king doesn't look like it's the most powerful piece is because the king can only move one square or one piece. There's a reason there's a reason for that. The reason for that is because the king has so much to lose, to the point where the king has to be very mindful about the steps that the king itself is taking, because everything can be lost. Therefore, the whole kingdom can be lost as well. Everybody, all the weight is put on the king's shoulders. And that's how it is that you Geminis are moving. You're moving very quietly. Footsteps not being heard, very quietly. Very quietly. Because I'm seeing how a lot of you Geminis very much so are, again, Ten of Wands. You know what it's like. You know that when you say certain things or whatnot, you know that a lot of people will hang around you, and they know that they bring terrible luck with them. They enter into your life, and then they make themselves into a jinx, right? They into a jinx where you hanging around them, you start having bad luck. They start copying your ideas immediately. Now all of a sudden they wanna jump on they wanna jump on this bandwagon. And because they jump on this bandwagon, you feel terrible because your thoughts are not originally yours anymore. That idea didn't come up from the surface for you. It did factually, but you Geminis now gotta sit back and see at how other people will they so pressed to be you, and they have some sort of weird obsession with you where they don't want you actually around, but they want to be you. And this type of weird obsession, this warped reality, that it's messed up, because now you Geminis, you realize that it's not the best thing for you to constantly talk about certain things. It's best for you to do it, right? Maybe tell a few people that you trust, right? That really can keep a secret, and just do your thing and just stay quiet like that, because there's no point in being like as loud and about everything that you do. It is a good idea to, it's a good idea to be as hidden as possible. The unalive card in the Five of Cups represents how a lot of you Geminis have regretted a lot of things in your life. But this is one of the few things, right, that you don't regret is ghosting. It's staying quiet, more quiet. It's handling your business. It's staying in the shadows. It's you Geminis working on a lot of your stuff financially. I'm seeing a lot of you Geminis getting really good financially, really good health wise. Everything that has to deal with earth. Earth is about health and money. Earth is about living a long time, health, money, spirituality, right? Manifesting spirituality in the form of wealth, being wealthy, wealthy with friends, wealthy with finances. People don't know about earth signs like that. Earth is the final frontier. Earth is the center of the universe. Why? Because the things that matter happen here, right? Right? That's what being a Freemason, right? That Galileo was, because Galileo was a Freemason. I don't know if you knew it or not, but Galileo being a Freemason, that's what he was talking about when he was saying that the earth is the center of our solar system. A lot of times, people made fun of him and stuff like this, but this is what it is that Galileo was talking about. Earth is the center of it all. And that's essentially what you Geminis are looking to accumulate. You're looking to become a little bit more earthly orientated, not to the point where that's all you are, but a little bit more. You're starting to practicalize and apply your ideas. And the unalive card in the Five of Cups represents, just, you don't want to like, you want to start making better decisions. And I'm not saying I'm not saying that you Geminis don't make good decisions. I'm saying that this is something like, how when you Geminis doing something and it fits, right? And you don't have to do too much work and it fits. It's something that naturally caters to who you are and your lifestyle and what you got going on, right? Y'all take to one another like the situation, and you take to one another like fish to clean water, or fish to salt water, or whatever kind of habitat that the fish can specifically stay in, right? They take like fish to water. That's the situation that you Geminis are in. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because the Nine of Swords and the Four of Cups. Okay, so you Geminis may be getting to know somebody as well as doing all those other things like I was talking about. And you Geminis are content because, there's a lot of things that's coming together in a way that's coming together for you in a way that you Geminis like. And the Nine of Swords and the Four of Cups represents how you Geminis may not, how do I say this? Like you Geminis, how do I say this? Like you Geminis, you don't want anybody that's hard to date. You don't want anybody that's difficult to get to know. And so, you Geminis may have been dating somebody and they turned out to be hard to deal with, so you got rid of them. But regardless, a lot of you Geminis understand that that's not the only person in the world, As long as you keep looking good and you put yourself out here in the correct way, you're going to have more people that will see value in you, right? The Sun card, you're still going to get attention. The situation for you is the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups, which is what age group are you looking to date? What are you open to? Because it really depends on certain things, right? Like what are you aiming for? What are you aiming for? What exactly are you specifically looking for? What value do you bring to the table? A lot of times I don't know how sometimes people think that, they could be in their 50s trying to compete with a 25-year-old, and it's like what exactly are we doing? This is what I mean when I say game, because you can't do the same things that a 25-year-old can do as far as looks, as far as youth is concerned, right? They're brand new. They just stepped on the scene. You feel what I'm saying? They just stepped on the scene. So the situation with that is, it's like you not going to be able to compete that way. You as a 50-year-old will be able to compete in other areas, right? The benefits and the direct communication, because a lot of the times when people are young, they don't communicate directly and they waste a lot of time if they stupid. When a person gets older, unfortunately, when they get older, right, in their 30s and above, in their late 20s and above, right, to be more specific, that's when they start to go, that's when they transform, or they convert from covert communication to overt communication, which is direct communication, being more straightforward about themselves and what they want, replying to texts and DMs, actually it's so crazy how it works. Actually willing to really get to know the person. Like, this is what it transforms. This is what it transforms and it reinvents itself into. So I'm saying all that to say that you Geminis know what it is that you're looking for. It's just that, don't, like I said, don't force anything that doesn't work. It should let me be more accurate with that, right? Because I'm not trying to steer y'all wrong. All functional relationships should take work, but it should never be so much work to the point where it's exhausting and you're the only one doing work. Like, even if it is exhausting, as long as you have your mate, that teammate right there, the person that you're in a relationship with, and the both of you are exhausted, because the both of you are exhausted because y'all are putting an effort to be with one another, it can work. But it's not gonna work if you're the only one putting in effort. You see, now why that's important is because of the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups. You Geminis being very patient about whom you want. Because see, what I'm realizing is that a lot of you Geminis get into the bag, but you're keeping it a secret. The thing that you Geminis are missing, which will make your life more complete, is the love factor. The companionship that goes along with the relationship. And everything else, obviously, that comes along with a functional relationship. So let's clarify the King of Cups. Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Star card, the Justice. You Geminis are willing to get to know someone brand new. Still open. The Ace of Wands and the Star card, though, represents they have to be bringing something to the table, too. They gotta, people just can't be out here having hopes and dreams, expecting you Geminis to bring something to the table, but then at the same time, don't want to bring anything to the table themselves. The Justice, because The justice is that's how it's going to work. They have to bring something too. So overall, what I'm seeing here is you Geminis are getting to the bag mentally. You're starting to get on point. Health wise, of course, getting healthier and stuff like this. It's just that relationships are kind of up in the air for you Geminis, and because a lot of people don't really know, because a lot of people they know that they want a relationship, but they're going about it dysfunctionally. They're not going about it from a 50-50 perspective. They're trying to parasite off of the person that they in a relationship for, talking about that's a real relationship, and it's not. What's going on here is that you Geminis are like really just looking for someone that's a good match for you, where the two of you share similar value systems. And just keep looking until you find a star. Keep looking until you find someone that's a good match for you. Where, I'm seeing how you Geminis, you will meet, if you haven't already, some people that, are interested in you. But at the same time, it's like, but for how long though? Because the justice right here is about how it's going to take two. It's going to take two people to make it work. This is why it's usually two Libra scales, both the people that are involved, right? So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. What I'm seeing here for you is overall, it's very good. It's just that just have to be patient. You Geminis just have to be patient. Your love life is a little bit rocky right now, but we're going to make it through this. Peace. Oh.